Okay, so I hope everything's going well, because I resetted my PC, I have a fresh install of Windows, had to install all the new software, and I hope all my settings are correct and this recording is going great. So, tomorrow we're gonna have a update that's possibly the largest update the Brella has ever seen, the Brella class has ever seen in Splatoon 3. With 2 weapons becoming more viable. And I want to talk about that, since I have a bit of experience with the Brella class. And first of all, I want to talk about Recycled, because I've been recently picking up this weapon, and I was also making a guide on this weapon. And I'm very sad, because I have to rewrite my guide with all the matchups, and I will have to see how the matchups will change depending on how impactful the damage reduction is. I don't know if it stacks. For example, the 33% also stacks with the launch canopy, but I hope it will be, because then it's, if my feelings correct, it will tank an entire charge slash of a Splatoon, and that will be very huge, because you can actually approach the weapon without having to play around cover. That's about it, what I have to say for this weapon, because the shield output is insane, and you can finally properly move up with the weapon. And I hope also the matchup with Slosher gets better, because if you shield and you get sloshed, it will simultaneously destroy your shield and you will get damaged, which is the worst case scenario for this Brella, which I would touch upon if I release the guide. Like, you want to avoid your shield getting damaged or destroyed and you yourself also getting damaged. That's like the worst case scenario, because you're gonna lose your ability to tank damage and your ability to move properly. So with this should be fixed, but we'll see. I will have to see. And yeah, that's about it with the weapon. It's really good, really solid, has insane paint and insane damage for the uptime it has. And I look really forward to it and pushing this weapon more and seeing where it can take me. But yeah, now we come to the elephant in the room. The rework of Brella. Yes, because the vision for the developers is probably making this Brella the supportive one, with being able to stall the fights the best, and it making a better paint output with this rework, and further reducing the capabilities of it fighting. And Brellas inherently have a huge problem in this game, right? They have burst fire, right? Like you have to press the button manually for a shot to come out. And this shot has really unreliable damage. It may look good in a testing environment, in the testing room, but if you compare it to any other burst damage weapon in this game, it has inconsistent damage. And this is what kind of worries me as a support, because any other support in this game has consistent burst damage, which Brella will not have. Like, of course, it will probably, with the wider spread, make consistent 15 to 30 damage, but like, this will probably now make consistent 30 damage. But yeah, seeing from a Dreadringer perspective, right, where each slosh deals 42 damage, or I think it was, yeah, either 90 damage or what was it? Yeah, 48 damage, right? Or the close hitbox also doing 40. I don't know how I got 42 damage there, but you get the gist. It's like basically every input you do either guarantees you 90 damage or 48 damage. This is the case for any other burst firing weapon. Blaster, it either has 35 or 85 damage. Or Range Blaster. Range Blaster has variable damage, right? But it will always give a 2-shot. So you can be sure, if you aim correctly and do not spark, you will always get a 2-shot. Same again with the L3. Like, you will always do... Wait, if I can hit it. 44 damage. Or 88 damage. Or you will kill. Right? You get what I'm saying, right? And with Brella, this is just not guaranteed. And this was kind of worrying me about being a support that helps with dealing consistent damage with opponents. Because if the paint is good and it can output strikes, which it got 210p strikes, I think, which is a fucking scam, because I think Neo Splash if it has 200p. Yeah, it has. Why does this have 200p, but Brella gets 210p? Either the paint is gonna be fucking crazy, and this will become completely obsolete as a paint support, right? So the problem is, if paint is not gonna be sufficient enough, people will just pick this. And I don't think Jet will be a valuable enough special to run, because of all the options we have running down a Jet. With the pencil, with the fucking sloshers and everything, right? Like, talking about Jet, like, the Jet is the only thing that's like relatively consistent about what I talked with the burst paint, right? With like, either it's doing 180 damage on a direct, or 30 damage upon an indirect, or 50 damage upon an indirect. It's like the only consistent burst damage this weapon has. And I don't know if it's gonna be valuable enough to run Inkjet. So we'll see. We'll have to see how... Like, the only reason I could see if the shot spread is more spread out, because if you can see, like, if you shoot, like, more of the bullets are centered in the middle, right? What could save this if, like, if I were to hit this, this would do more consistent damage because the bullets are spread more equally across the crosshair, which would be absolutely fucking great, right? This would be horrible to fight. Like, if you hit the middle, it would do absolutely inconsistent, horrible damage. But if somewhere, shooting around somewhere here would deal like consistent, I don't know, 50 damage or something, and it will guarantee a 3 or 2 shot, this will be absolutely the best case scenario for this weapon, and also for its supporting capabilities. Or another thing they could do is increase the bullet size, but as they worded it, that's not probably what they didn't do. So I like the way they redesign it with the thinking of making this a supportive weapon, but I don't think it's the right approach doing it with the paint. But I don't think it's the right approach with how the shot's scattered. But we'll see if it will come out as I said, with like it will be spread more equally around this hitbox. So the damage will be consistent in terms of this hitbox. So we will see. I'm glad we got Recycled up there and giving it a more distinctive, like, okay, you use this to fight Brella. So and the other one using to paint and to support. So I hope this brought an insight, or how I see this stuff. And I'm gonna do a follow-up video tomorrow, how the weapon feels. I'm gonna play a couple of matches, and then I'm gonna report back. Anyways, thanks for watching, and we'll see how good the Brella will be.